Hey everybody, hope everybody's having a good day. Day, beautiful sky, blue. We're on this side of dirt, so if you're having a bad day, think about something good. John Dowhauer again, back to talk to you guys a little bit about your lawn. So in the last video I told you guys that I've done a little bit of everything, own a lawn care company, lots of stuff. So I'm just going to talk to you that want to either start doing your own thing, or you're already doing your own thing, you need a little help. Obviously, if you're a pro, then you don't need any of this. But when I did Fertilizer, I was actually licensed through the government. So kind of know what I'm doing, or I'd like to know what I'm doing. But anyway, we're going to talk about just the summer stuff, not fall stuff, just the spring and summer and what you have to take care of now. And then come fall, I'll have another video and talk to you about what to do in the fall. We'll go about a little bit about seed and that sort of thing right now, but most of that'll be in the fall. So if you don't want to pay somebody a bunch of money to take care of your lawn, if you want to get outside, do some stuff on your own, if you're just looking for different products or different ways of taking care of things, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's get started. You want to write this down. So the first time you're going to do any application at all is in March. Okay. March is going to be a crabgrass plus a fertilizer. And then in April, you're going to do weed control. And then May, you're going to go back with another round of crabgrass control and fertilizer. Okay, we'll go over that a little bit while we're doing two. June, you want to do a bug control. You want to make sure that bug control includes killing sod webworms. Okay, there's products at any of your local places, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. Get the more expensive brand. Get the thing that's more expensive. In this situation, the more you spend, most of the time, the better products you're going to get. Okay, that's not always the case, but it kind of is in this. So you want to make sure that that killed sod webworms. And then in July, you're just going to put down a straight grub control. That's all you're going to do, straight grub control. August, nothing. September will be the fall when we're going to aerate, seed, all those good things. Okay, so the caveat to that is if you put fresh seed down last fall and it did not grow to almost regular grass height, then you're not going to want to do all these heavy chemicals because you'll actually hurt and harm that new grass. If you put seed down this spring, you also don't want to do anything to it other than starter fertilizer. So starter fertilizer will not hurt young seed or grass. It'll help it grow. And then the only other thing you can do is if you have fresh seed or sod right now, or late fall and it didn't bloom and didn't grow, right now you're just going to do starter fertilizer. Okay. Now, you're just going to do starter fertilizer for whatever the bag says, every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks. It just depends on the brand you buy, okay? But if you didn't put fresh seed down, then this is the plan you're going to do that we just went over, okay? So the one thing I will tell you is I tell everybody this, and I do what I say. Unless you can help it, don't ever put seed or sod down in the early spring, unless you have a sprinkler system, and unless you're willing to spend the money to water it every single day to keep it alive. Because what happens is it's going to come up in the spring, it's going to look pretty, it's going to look nice. You're going to hit the warm season, and if you're not willing to spend that money every month, that grass is going to, it may not totally die, but a lot of it will die. The young seeds will die, and a lot of it will go dormant, and it's just a mess. So I tell everybody, don't do seed, don't do sod until the fall. The fall's when we do that. The fall's when we'll go over all that. So I would say do that. That's what I do. Okay, so March, okay? We're gonna do crabgrass, fertilizer, okay? Now, bag of crabgrass, fertilizer, okay? This is actually Scott's Turf Builder. If you're gonna buy it at a Lowe's, a Home Depot, an Ace, a Scott's product is probably what I would buy. They have other ones, Vigoro, house brands. I'm gonna suppose they all are fairly decent, but Scott's puts a lot of money into making their products easy to use, and typically they work, okay? I could send you to a big off-brand dealership to get the stuff that I used to use in the commercial business, but it's not worth it. More time, more effort, you don't know what you're getting, they charge you more, all that stuff. So I've been using the Scott's for a couple years, and I've actually been really happy with it. The key is you have to keep doing it. You have to do it every year, every year, every year, and stay on it. And if you do, you're gonna get what you want. If you stop, you don't water, you don't seed, you don't fertilize, it's just gonna go back to where it was, okay? Spreaders, okay? Doesn't matter what spreader you get. Earthright, Scott's, doesn't matter. They're all decent, they all work. If you have bigger yards, bigger property, I'd say go with something like the Earthright that has aired up tires on it. Makes it a little easier to take through the terrain. If you have just a regular flat yard, Scott's, whatever's gonna work. The bag's gonna tell you how much to put down, especially if you get a Scott's product and a Scott's spreader. It's gonna have all that information on the bag. It's gonna tell you exactly how to measure your lawn for how much you need, and it's gonna tell you how to put it down. It's gonna tell you at what rate to put it down. So if you wanna make it perfectly simple, easy, no fuss, go with the Scott's brand, go with the Scott's spreader, and it's all right there. You don't have to remember anything. All you have to remember is what I told you at the beginning of this video of when to do what, and you're golden. And then throughout the season, if you have weeds, my suggestion always is to spray weeds. In April, I like to spray weeds. I do not like fertilizer weed killer. You have to put it down when it's dry. You have to put it down when it's gonna get watered in. It's just a pain in the butt, and to me it's a waste of money, and it only kills certain weeds, okay? You just have all kinds of weeds that you really need to spot spray. So the product that I use for spot spraying weeds, it's called Q+4, okay? Q+4, in my opinion, in my mind. Now, up front to buy it, it's very expensive. You can go online and buy it. I'd buy a gallon because it's cheaper by the gallon. But the great thing about this stuff is it will kill any weeds you have. You don't have to get 3 different bottles of 3 different killers for weeds, crabgrass, nutsedge, all that crap. You don't have to do any of that. This right here will kill everything. All that stuff, 1 bottle. Like I said, it's more expensive up front. It goes longer. You dilute it into a pump up sprayer and you're done. So at the beginning of the season, you take this, and I even have it written on here. I always put my stuff on here. 3 ounces per gallon. So you're gonna get a little ounce container, you know, at your lawn care company or wherever you get it. They're gonna have a little container. You're gonna buy your pump up sprayer. You're gonna fill it to a gallon with water. You're gonna measure out 3 ounces of this, dump it in there, mix it up real good, pump it up, go spray your weeds. Most of the time, if you have a ton of weeds, then you might go through that whole bottle. But once you get the weeds under control and you're just spot spraying throughout the season, 1 gallon may last you a whole summer. And this is just sitting on the shelf ready to go. Biggest thing about this is make sure you wear gloves, okay? I used to never wear gloves, used to never wear pants, used to never wear boots, safety glasses. I was an idiot, I didn't do it the right way. This is how you need to do it. Always wear gloves, wear the protective gear you need, especially when you're using this Q+4, because this is, in my opinion, a professional product. You can't buy it at Walmart, you can't buy it at Lowe's, you can't buy it at Home Depot. You have to go online and buy it. But I'm telling you, if you get this, it will kill every kind of weed you have, and that's it. It's one and done, okay? The only thing about this, before you use it, shake it up really, really good. If you don't shake it up really good, it's not gonna mix right, it's not gonna spray right, it's not gonna work as well. Now, when you're spraying this, All you do is wet the leaf of the weed, that's it. It's not like other sprays where you have to sit there and spray it until it's running all over. Because if you do that, you can actually yellow and possibly kill your grass because this is so strong. Now, the other thing about this that I forgot to mention is it won't kill your grass. It will only kill the weeds. It'll leave your grass alone. Only if, like I just told you, if you spray it really heavy, it'll brown out the grass and then it'll come back. So all you want to do, spray it, wet the weed, you're done. If you have a big patch of clover, same thing. You hold the trigger down, you just spray it over it, make sure it's wet on top, stop. Give it 7 to 12 days, see what it does. Now, if it's still there and you need to hit again, hit it light again. Don't ever hit stuff really heavy because you can cause more damage, okay? So if you do that, your weeds are covered. Everything, nutsedge, crabgrass, foxtail, clover, doesn't matter what it is, that's gonna kill it, that's gonna treat it. Product, like I said, I don't care what you use. I prefer the Scotts if I'm going to a house brand, to a Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. And I have to kind of figure out the mix between it because I have an Earthway spreader. But like I said, if you get the Scott spreader with the Scott's product, you'll be perfect. The bag will tell you exactly what to do. So just to go over it once again, March, you're gonna buy a product that is in one bag like this, that's gonna be a crabgrass and fertilizer all in one. You put that down March 15th. April, Q+4, spray your weeds, you're done. May, exact same product that you did in March on the 15th of that month, okay? Every time. The reason why we do that is sometimes in March, it's too cold and this product won't work as well, so you have to hit it again later in the season when it's warmer and the crabgrass and everything is growing and the chemicals will work in here. So that's why we put it down twice. A lot of people won't do that. I do it. It works really, really well. So we've gone through March, April, May, June. Like I said, bug killer. They come in 10-pound bags, 20-pound bags, Lowe's, Home Depot. Like I said, in this situation, you want to spend more money on that, and definitely read the package and make sure somewhere on there it says it kills sod webworms. Okay, sod webworms will do more damage than grubs or anything else, but nobody treats for it. The professionals don't unless you ask them to. So make sure you get that product and make sure that's what you use, okay? July, all you want to do is straight grub control, no fertilizer, straight grub control, put it down, you're ready to go. So we got March, April, May, June, July. August, nothing. August, you let it just kind of repair. You don't put any chemicals on it. You just keep it mowed, keep it watered. And then, like I said, come September, before then, I'll kind of talk about what we want to do in the fall, seeding, sodding, aerating, all those sorts of things. Now, the only other product I'm going to tell you about for the spring and summer is, it's called Earthright, okay? You can get it online, again. It's usually in a white bottle. It's Earthright. Basically what it does is if you have a lawn that you're watering, that you're putting chemicals on, that you're keeping mowed, that you're taking care of, and you just don't think the grass is growing very good and the grass is thin and you're doing all you can and for some reason it just doesn't seem to be coming in good. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll wait till the fall and they'll aerate the lawn. Typically what happens, especially in this area, is you get a lot of clay, okay? The clay builds up, the clay breaks down on itself and it becomes solid, and so it doesn't let your roots grow like they're supposed to, okay? So that Earthright, what it does is you actually take it and you hook it to your garden hose, you just screw it on and you spray it on your lawn. And once again on the bottle, it tells you exactly how much you need for how much yards you have. They'll tell you the first time you put it down double the rate, and then it'll tell you every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, whatever. But that Earthright is one of the best products I've ever used, and a lot of people don't even know about it. And a lot of people spend a lot for professional guys to come out and take care of their lawn, and it just never looks right. That Earthright, what it does is when you spray it down and you water it in, that goes down in the clay and it actually breaks that clay up and it starts to make that clay good dirt for stuff to grow in, okay? Now, you're not going to see it in the first season. That's the thing you got to know is if you're starting your own lawn right now, if you're wanting to start it, like I said, you have to do it every season. You have to do the spring, you have to do the summer, and you have to do the fall stuff every season for it to look right. And if you do it all, and if you use that Earthright, you're going to have to give it 2 to 3 seasons, but it will turn out the way you want it to, okay? The Earthright is a great product, and like I said, if your lawn isn't lush and you don't think you're getting, like, the chemicals aren't working, the fertilizer's not working, watering it's not working, whatever, buy that Earthright, hook it to your hose, spray it on just like they say, do it every single time they say to do it, and you know what? You can put it down every month if you want. It's not going to hurt anything. All it's going to do is help. But what you're going to find is that clay starts to break up, that grass can actually root the way it's supposed to, and it's going to grow much better. It's going to grow thicker, and it depends on your grass you have too. But it's a huge product. I love it. I've used it forever. So that's what I would throw in the rotation too. If you think at all that you have clay soil, that your grass isn't growing right, anything like that, buy the Earthright, get it going. Now, I've thrown a lot at you, but if you follow what I'm telling you, give it a couple seasons, you'll have the lawn that you want, okay? I know it's a little expensive up front. You got to buy the Q+4, you got to buy the Earthright, you got to buy the products, you got to buy a spreader, you got to buy a pump-up sprayer, you got to buy all this crap. But once you have the spreader, you're done. Once you have the Q+4, you have 3-4 seasons paid for your weeds. Once you get your Earthright, now you're going to have to do that. But most of your stuff you have. And then the price goes down a little bit. And compared to what a professional company will pay you to do the exact same thing I'm telling you to do, you'll save hundreds of dollars and you'll get the product you want. So hope that helps. Like I said, we talk about a little bit of everything on this channel, anything from lawns, home, cars, construction. We do a little bit of everything. And like I've always told you, I'm never going to tell you something that I've just tried for a week. I'm never going to say, oh, this product's great, but I've only used it for a week and I've only used it one time. That's never going to happen on this channel. We're always going to talk about stuff that I've done in the past or I've actually seen been done in the past that works. So when I tell you something, I'm telling you, and you know what I'm telling you is tried and true. Not, oh, well, you tried it for 3 days, I'm going to try it, and then it doesn't work for you, okay? So, hope you liked what we talked about today. Please hit the subscribe, leave something in the comments. We'll go back, talk about it, try to answer your questions. But other than that, once again, enjoy the day, enjoy the sky, enjoy the blue. We're on this side of dirt. That's all we can ask. Have a good night.